front lines. I'll be right back. A number of years ago, I worked on the production staff for Peter Lowe International. Now, Peter Lowe is the organization that put on what was called the Success Seminars in the mid-1990s. And I worked on the production staff. Now, these were the largest business seminars in the world. Zig Ziglar spoke on all those, Tom Hopkins spoke on those, former presidents, celebrities, and so forth. And I was learning how a seminar of that magnitude is produced. So I worked behind the scenes. Now, a couple of my responsibilities was, one was to help lead one of the product tables, where all the audio cassettes in those days, CDs and so forth, books would be sold, as well as run what we called the Alive in Christ tables. And that is where we would actually give Zig Ziglar's Christian testimony away, or the Gospel of John. Sometimes we'd give some Billy Graham literature away as well. And so one day I think we were in Denver, and there were a lot of people at this particular seminar. And so it was just wild. It was thousands upon thousands of people. And we had product tables spread out around the arena. And I ran one of those particular tables. Now, about midway through the day, we had a little bit of a challenge. My table had too many customers. Now, that's a good problem, but it's a problem nonetheless, because I'm always wanting to serve my customers effectively. And so I had a little bit of a challenge. Well, about that time, the number 2 guy at Peter Lowe, who was the guy right underneath Peter in terms of leadership responsibilities, he came up to me and says, "Mark, how can I help?" And I just said, "I need people." And what I meant was I needed him to transfer a couple people from some of the other teams over to my team for the short term, just to take care of the customers I had. Well, unbeknownst to me, the other product tables were probably in the exact same shape as mine. Too many customers, too much to handle. So he couldn't transfer people to me. So you know what he did? He jumped behind the table and he started taking care of customers himself. He jumped on the front lines and served customers. Well, that spoke volumes to me and to this day, because he was a leader on the front lines. He was not one who sat up in the ivory tower and barked orders. He was right there, willing to roll up his sleeves and get his hands dirty. He served not only customers, he served us, the people he was leading. That's exactly what we have to do. Whether we're leading our family or an organization, we have to be a leader willing to get our hands dirty, to roll up our sleeves, get on the front lines, and make a difference. You know another leader like that? George Washington. If memory serves, there was a time during one of the battles where it got very confusing. And so what happened was the troops started shooting at each other, a lot of friendly fire. Well, Washington realized what was going on. And so what he did was he rode his horse right in the middle of the 2 troops shooting at each other. He was not afraid of dying. He was not afraid of getting riddled by bullets. He was afraid of his men getting hurt. And so he rode in the midst of the chaos and stopped the chaos. That's a leader on the front lines. So what is your battlefield? What and where is your front line? Well, be that proactive leader, that leader of compassion who is willing to get their hands dirty, roll up the sleeves, and begin serving people. Those are the leaders that make a difference. This is Mark Bowser. Thanks for listening.